Welcome. In front of me I have the Motorola Moto E15 and I'll go over unboxing along with a quick look at the device itself. So let's just get straight into it. Now this is a sub $100 device, so this is like ultra budget phone. So there is not much to the device, to be completely honest. It's a phone that is going to be very bare minimum in terms of what it offers, and the thing that it focuses on is the price. So here we have our Type-C to Type-A cable, no charger provided. Then the phone itself, which comes with a case. Peel that off. So I'm gonna take off the case. I'm sorry for that, I'm a bit sick. But we have silicone case, clear one. We have this plastic kind of leather-like back. Now, so it is silicone polymer back, supposedly eco leather, though from already using some other devices that had eco leather, this one seems more towards being just straight up plastic rather than eco leather. It's more of a harsh kind of feel to it rather than some other ones which feel a bit more soft, but it is supposedly eco leather. We have plastic frame and glass front. The glass here is a Corner Gorilla Glass 3. Now the display is a 6.67 inch display, 720 by 1604 pixels, LCD IPS at 90 Hz refresh rate with a screen to body ratio of 85% and a pixel density of 264. Obviously, like I said, budget device, but already actually it stands out with one thing here, which is the 90 Hz refresh rate. It's a sub $100 device, I think it's like 70 bucks, and it already comes with a high refresh rate. That is superb. It is running a skinned version of Android 14, so this is the Android 14 Go edition, and obviously it will have some apps that look a little bit different than traditional Android has, as they are designed to consume less resources, as this device has only 2 GB of RAM. Now it does have, in this relatively small footprint, a 5200 mAh battery that can be charged at 18 watts. And continuing with the internals, we have a Helio G81 Extreme processor in here, and 64 GB of storage with 2 GB of RAM, but you can expand the storage using micro SD card. Now there is also no different versions of this device that come with, for instance, higher storage capacities. And we have a fingerprint mounted as a power button on the side, volume rockers. At the top we have a headphone jack, surprisingly. On the left side we got our SIM/SD tray, and at the bottom we have charging port, Type-C, headphone jack, and microphone. And that's about it. Now, last thing to mention is the cameras, and this one will be the probably weakest of the phone. Looking at the spec sheet, it is a 32 megapixel f2.2 aperture wide sensor. So if I flip it over, that would be this one right here at the top. And there is one thing below that. Don't be fooled. This is a fake camera. There's nothing to it. And if you actually look closer, you can see that there's nothing there. Oh, because this might be a bit hard to see. Let's just... There we go. Oh, stop switching. Let me just try to place it down. So you can see right now, this, not really a camera. And if I take a photo of this, bring up the brightness, you can see there is literally nothing here. That's not a lens. So I'm pointing that out is because obviously Motorola went out of the way to make it look like the phone has 2 cameras, but that's just a scam that most manufacturers some manufacturers now tend to do to trick their buyers into thinking that they have more cameras to play around with than they actually do. This phone has the cameras that it looks like it has.
Continue touching the screen until you hear a beep to enable accessibility mode.
Stop interrupting me. This one, on the other hand side, does not. So I don't really like this kind of approach from companies trying to trick their users into, trying to fool them. No matter what the price range of this device is, it's still a good package, and this phone would have been just fine with just one camera. But Motorola just couldn't help themselves to make it look like it has more than it actually does, and I just condemn that kind of marketing. So, there we go. That's basically everything that there is to the device. It is a pretty decent device for the price. It comes with a 90 Hz refresh rate display, which at this price range, I don't think I ever seen any other device that has this kind of display. It has a decent battery, and charging speed is also not that bad. It's equivalent to Samsung's, though I wouldn't really use Samsung as a leader in terms of charging speeds. Now, one thing that is kind of not the best part of this device would be the amount of RAM that we have right here. At 2 GB, I find that it might just be a little bit too little. So it is on a very low end, and because of that low amount of RAM, it is also running the Android 14 Go edition to accommodate the system with such a low resources, which in general, if you download applications that require some kind of resources more than usual, you will feel that. And like I said, it would have been nice to have this device cost maybe $10 more and include something like 4 gigs of RAM. That would have gone a long way. But in any case, that would basically sum up this device. And if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.